you know what? It's really cool to be with you guys. Brand new year and seeing a lot of old familiar faces after a long time, man. So, really, really happy to be here. Tips Bhamrah and really...
Legend.
I don't know about that. Oh,
yeah, man.
100%.
No, not yet.
But you can't
Not
be
yet.
humble. You've been big as me.
No, we're still all working towards that. We're all still working towards that. But no, do you know what? We're all legends in our own way. We're all legends in our own way, man. No, because we all bring something special to not just music, but to life. So we all are legends in our own way. But listen, enough about me. We're here to talk about you guys.
No. You know one thing? You know why legend? 15.
Go on.
Flipping out. I know you probably heard this all the time. His dad, man.
Oh, yeah. The history.
You went to book recently for some event, and they're still everywhere.
Oh, yeah. When you talk about
our childhood memories,
everyone still remembers it.
Still...
Yeah.
Legendary old here.
No, he is.
And you?
I just live with him.
On stage.
I just live with him. I just pay the bills, man. Make sure the council tax paid. Make sure the rubbish is out on a Tuesday. We still got a long way to go, man. But listen, you know, you guys have been doing some incredible work as Dharam Seva for many, many years now. But the thing is, you know, being a little bit quiet, you know. Everyone's quiet. Yeah. I can feel the vibe in the room changing. Like it's gonna knock me out. But no,
it is true.
Now here's the thing. You know, we've all come from different areas of Punjabi music. Whether we're musicians, you know, whether we're fans, whether we're the support team, and obviously you guys have been on various journeys in your life, and those journeys have led to you guys becoming a team. And Dharam Seva. Let's do a little rewind into when Dharam Seva started, how it started, and what the goal for Dharam Seva was, and ultimately still is.
Yeah. So, label started 2013, 10 years ago, over 10 years ago.
10 years.
Yeah. It was around Vaisakhi time, 2013. And I think the first spiritual change in that was Kaka. Big spiritual change at the time, and it all come down to his catalogue. He had worked with, you know, before at that point, Jazzy B, Sukshinder Shidda, Aman Haya from Leamington Spa.
Legend.
Yeah. But all three, you know, massive names. And I think when Badi had the change, it was very much, what can I do with music? But in the guide and in the path I'm going, how can I bring music into my path?
So there's no compromise.
That's it. And so Dharam Seva was launched. And I think the message was very simple at that point. And it's a slogan, preserve the past, inspire the future. We knew there was a gem, and that's where we've all come on this path. We've gone into a path that we know there's a gem. And at that point, we were probably understanding ourselves, but also what we could do within this space. So Dharam Seva was born at that point, and it was very simple. Start bringing music, start bringing gear. There was a very simple idea. And what's happened over 10 years, that's changed, but it's evolved. And that's involved from the understanding of the gents in here now, and the concepts change, but very much at the core is still the record label.
So you say it's easy, and I'm still in that industry. You guys are kind of in and around it as well in various different ways. To say it, you know, the idea and the concept was simple is one thing, but to actually do it and maintain it is another thing in general, because, you know, this rock and roll lifestyle thrown in with Punjabi ego and machismo, the world of Bhangra music that we all grew up loving and have been part of. You know, it's difficult to get out of. It really is difficult to get, and then to maintain a public, a public brand. I hate that word, but it is what it is. You know, trying to look cool and relevant and all these kind of things. That is difficult to do, and you've managed to maintain that. I think that is a testament to all of you.
I think we've just been ourselves. You look at Jedli sat there now with his shades and that is Jedli. He's not compromised himself in 10 years. But that's the beauty. I think, if you look at someone like Jelly's journey in music, Kaka's body's had that influence. You look at his journey, he can give us his journey, but it's like you said, it's all been music based.
Yeah. I mean, again, Jelly, I remember you from the lad giving it all the tens in Gupsy Original videos, and like Buddy said, not a lot has changed in that sense. You're still that guy.
Yeah, of course. We've got a lot of attributes, and the journeys from when I was a younger person to where I am now, the development of the journey has obviously brought us to this moment. And
can I interrupt you one second?
Go on.
You look freaking cool in there. I don't know, I need
minus all the compliments.
Yeah, it's minus one.
No.
It's -1 today outside, yeah? This man, he is in Dubai today, in England, and I rate that. Fair play.
That's because he's wearing.
He's not doing it for style.
No, he's wearing the shades because when I was driving, the sun was all the way down here.
I love it. This is what he's like. He's a crazy guy.
You are still them same guys.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, you just look different, and that's the bit where are you allowed to look different and still be a bunch of idiots? Is that allowed, or do you have to?
You're right. Yeah. Look at this, and there's almost a fear. Oh, look at them. What are they going to come across? But the very nature, we ain't any different. We've got knowledge as we've gone along in our journeys, and there's a different intention and different perception of different situations, and so something will happen, and we'll manage ourselves in different ways. But ultimately, the individuals are the individuals. The same way we laughed years ago, sit and watch Man United and laugh at Kaka. It's a regular thing, but that hasn't changed.
I was going to say, I haven't seen him in about 10 years, and the first thing he lost has to go on nothing. Like, I'm a glory Man United. I was like, really?
We've got a new group here on WhatsApp I started.
Yeah.
170 bande from England, all over Man United Punjabis.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
How's that group working out for you?
They're a bit miserable. I got loads of DJ Harbs in there. We had Surinder Ratan was in there. We got loads of people from music and stuff in there.
I don't know if I want to be a silent member of that just for the game.
I said that.
You said that.
To be honest with you, I've got a bock out there and win the match.
Yeah.
But listen, I think again, I think it's great that me personally, having seen most of your journeys from the beginning, and you see each other at events and things like that, and I like a good journey, whether it's through music, whether it's through work, and whether it's a personal journey. I love it, and I like the fact that you guys you've stuck to what you wanted to do, you've stuck to what you felt you needed to do, you haven't compromised, and here we are now, and I think it's such a testament to your guys' commitment. And that brings us on to Dharam Seva. In the beginning it was literally all systems go. I remember when your first release is Sukhshinder Shinda, and then you doing all these, it's like Dharam Seva is like it felt like a juggernaut. But it has been quiet over the last few years in terms of releases. And sometimes you do hear people, what happened to them guys? Are they still doing stuff? Obviously the catalogue online is still there and people are still accessing it. I guess my main question is it Daljit's fault?
Yeah.
I'll let Kaka answer that one.
Well, no.
Or is it Kaka's fault? Whose fault is it?
It is.
How is Daljit, by the way?
He's good.
Do you hate that question? You must hate that question.
I had an interview on Brit Asia recently, and they asked me there, and it gets a lot of views, likes, and all that. And I just said, "Bhai, मैं वो नहीं मैं गाल करनी. I don't want to go there." Oh, मेरी गाल करो, you know what I mean?
No. Listen, you want to hang around with the biggest Punjabi superstar of this generation.
Yeah.
But
that's not. But he's amazing. He's a. You know what is? I said earlier, you're a legend. You mentioned Jazzy B.
Yeah.
I said they're legends.
Yeah.
I swear, I think every banda I could think of in music, anyone, for some reason, Harry Matadal just came to my mind. Keyboard player.
Yeah.
He's a legend. Totally random.
Yeah. To
come to my mind. I'm going to go through every musician. Every musician now I'm going to go through. But what it is, everyone's a legend. Everyone is a legend in their way because they're etched into your mind.
Yeah.
They're etched into your mind forever.
Yeah.
So when I'm saying that, I'm going to say he's a legend. He's because you know what? We actually mean it.
No, I can hear that. But again, you know,
when you talk about Daljit Body, then flip it out. Legend, a word now doesn't seem to hold it. It needs to
I'll give you one. He's an icon.
He's an icon. And very, very grateful to him for, we're just lucky. Somehow we just ended up, you know, what we did with them, and it was a mad journey.
So for people who don't know, obviously we know, you know, Diljit's doing his thing, but, you know, behind every great artist or a successful artist, there is a team. And that team could be, you know, the wife, the kids, it could be a manager, it could be a whole, you know, a whole massive team, which obviously Diljit had. And Kaka, you have been part of that. So your journey is, you know, a fan of Punjabi music, you know, an accomplished Dolly who, you know, dabbled in a bit of singing and then set up a record label and then basically joined Diljit Dosanjh's team over the last few years. And you have been an integral part of pushing that Diljit Dosanjh brand. And yes, you know, he's always going to get the plaudits. He's the front man. That's the job of front man. But what's it been like for you to be part of this team and the experiences you've learned through that?
Mad learning curve, no doubt. It's a mad learning curve. It's a bit like, you know, them Amazon videos like you see, they go behind the scenes of Arsenal and all those teams. Similar to that. I feel like that, like I've been in like a mad whirlwind, seeing how this, you used the word juggernaut earlier, how that juggernaut goes, and it's flipping, how it's intense. I watched a Robbie Williams documentary recently. Flipping, that was touching. You know, have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. No.
And I related to it so much because of these experiences and because of seeing stuff that happens behind the scenes. I mean, he was part of the production. Generally, these guys were with us. All of us were in the teams. But yeah, it's next level. It is obviously a mad level, but the main core of everything is the music. And this is something I've only learned recently. You mentioned from a young age, you know, when you'll remember this, when you first picked up a drumstick or talkie, whatever. And what it comes down to, I think, is the basis of stuff like rhythm. And, you know, people who've got rhythm, and they understand rhythm, and they've been involved in music. I was talking to you about this the other day, and I was saying, you know what? I've been tapping my fingers since I was 6 years old. Every single day of my life, I'm sitting there. Even now, I can't stop it. And you're probably the same.
Table Tourette's. Double Tourette's. Double Tourette's.
My son does the same now. I see it. I feel like slapping him across the head. You know, but then I'll stop and I think, shit, I used to do that.
Yeah.
Then I think, the other day it just come to me that I've been doing this since I was 6 years old, 7 years old. And then it got worse, it got worse, it got worse. And it's basically, that's all it is. It's not about the brands or the names or this guy's that, this guy's that. It's just rhythm. And it's just sort and rhythm, and where that takes you, flipping out. And that's why we ended up doing all this stuff. It's simply because music is so deep. And when you start looking at the deep building blocks of it, nothing else matters no more. You just want to then perform it. And it's taken me 30 odd years to learn this, what I'm saying to you now. I'm going to go off on a real tangent when I'm talking about this stuff. But basically, I realised when I was in music, when I was with Aman, Shindapadi, everyone, loads of amazing artists, but basically never had any self-confidence. Didn't even know what I'm doing, to be honest. Because I never had any training in music. No training. I only learned through watching.
Yeah.
You know, when I used to play talkie first, even Tol, it wasn't through proper training. So I literally winged it all the way.
Listen, bro, I'm exactly the same as you, and I'm still doing it.
Proper cowboy.
Genuinely.
Proper cowboy, like, winged it. Imagine you're an electrician. Imagine him going to a job saying, yeah, I can do that. And you land a job.
And we still winging it. We turn up with a screwdriver and a couple of fuses.
And you start doing it. And you're like, yeah, I can do it. And they think, yeah, you're good at that. You carry on, mate. Next thing you know, you end up where you end up, yeah?
Yeah, but you know, it's interesting you say this, but you know what it all comes down to in all of this is the passion.
Yeah.
You've had, I was talking to Kaka Mohanwalia, this conversation come up the other week, and I said, we were talking about why he's got back into music, and I said, it's the passion. You've had something, like you said, it etched in you, and it's been stuck in, but there's more than just doing that, there's something real there.
But that tapping I'm talking about, at school, college, whatever, doing it. At college, I bumped into Aman. Imagine going to college, you heard about Aman, he was in a different school, flipping out, go to school, and he's there. he's like bigger than life, this characters at the time. Because he had albums out at this time. His original ones. He's like, as soon as he realised this guy's got passion for it, we're going here. Oh my God.
And the entourage begins.
That's it. Entourage, all that. Then he led me on to Shindabadi, which was like, imagine that. But going back to what I'm saying, the point is that, that tapping away, I never recognised what that, when music comes in you and it's just so beautiful, the feeling of music, of what it does to you, and it takes over you. You see people dancing, you see all this stuff here. If you strip it down almost into your soul, that what is coming in you either you let it flourish, but a lot of the time what I find is, and this happens to me, so I can only speak of experiences, you don't have confidence. It's like any footballer, any person in sport, the main thing is confidence. And when you ain't got the confidence, you think, as soon as someone gives you negative feedback, oh no, this ain't right, it should be like this, then you go shut down. You shut that flame down, you turn the gas right down. In my case, what happened was I never learned that there was actually a dial to turn it up and down. I only, funnily enough, learned that about 3 months ago. Seriously,
Wow.
Only about 3 months ago I learned that.
Because I was going to ask, I'm hearing your words, and that's me. That's been my whole career, where, believe it or not, I had no confidence. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. I see other people making music. I'm the secondary guy or the third guy. I'm the guy who's going to support, but to actually be out in front and do it myself. It's even now. Sometimes I'll suffer with anxiety. I'll be honest. Like I'll be on stage and like that first announcement at someone's wedding, I'm just like, don't mess it up. Like, and you still get that. And then you do find a way, or somebody comes into your life, or someone says something that makes you click. What was that moment you said 3 months ago?
Yeah.
What made you go from, I'm not sure, to, that's it, I'm going to smash everyone?
So, funnily enough, I was with couple Sharma buddy, and we just finished this show a couple of months ago, and I was with him.
So for anyone watching, when you say, I finished the show with Kapil Sharma, what does that entail?
So basically, let's go through this. Dolki player in a mandir, yeah? We're a Singh at that point, and I was in a mandir, loads of superstitions. I think I should get into that at some point, but it's going to go very deep, this conversation, right?
Yeah, let's keep to where we are.
Look at the poot, we play the Dolki faster, the poot comes out faster. Yeah?
Okay.
So it's ding, 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 ding. And you do that, next minute the lady starts spinning her head, you're like, fucking hell, you check this out, yeah? She's spinning her head, then the guy in the window, he says to me, come on, give it some more, mate. And I'm like, okay, bro. Double beat almost. The Buddhist head starts spinning. Next minute she starts speaking.
Wasn't 360?
Yeah, she's like whacking it.
No, it won't be 360.
I don't know what they call it online. Not trance. Yeah, I guess.
There's no say no, come on.
Possessed.
Possession. I don't give a shit about this stuff. Tell you straight up, on लिया 15-20 पूत लिया दो मैं चपेड़ा मार के तो बजा लेने जिन्हें कोई बंदा seriously.
Yeah.
Now we don't give a shit, but obviously at that time I was younger and superstition, and my relatives took us there and they're like, this guy's a good talkie player, take him in. Playing the talkie. They used to take me on tour to India. Can you believe it?
Wow.
In India, when I was like 8-9 years old, right? Anyway, doing the pool exorcisms, you can call it that, yeah?
Yeah.
In the Himalayas and stuff. So from there, then the journey went on, like I said, Aman. Then I stopped going to that place. So there's no spirituality. But I did learn things, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from these mandirs, spiritually as well, at a young age, which all leads on to why we're here now. To be honest, if it wasn't for that, I can relate to things about Shivji, about Baba Balkanath, about Brahma, Vishnu, because I learned these very young, at a young age, what these are, yeah? So, as that went on, the music thing's growing, then Aman, Shindam, we get older and we're doing all these shows, all these things, and it leads on to like Diljit, when Diljit Badi come and we started doing his shows, and the question you asked was about couple, where's this come from, doing a show. After a certain period, when I become a singer, I'll become a promoter, because we were doing films. We got into films, so we did the film Dharam Seva there, and that went really well for us and everything. So we realised how to put bums on seats. Yeah. Once we realised we now know how to put bums on seats on a mass level, why not do concerts? So we started off with Noodle Sisters, Waris Brothers, legends, all legends, Bhajan Maan Badi, Jazzy Badi, there, like that. Which led me on to taking a big step with my partner at the time, Jagraj Badi from Leicester, big him up. And so we went to Bombay and we met with people, Kapil Sharma, got into a very big ring there, did the show, went successful, bang.
What year was that?
2016.
Yeah.
From there, then obviously Diljit Bhaji shows came through. I was part of the band. Again, the Dole took me through True School, legend, maybe bigger than a legend, we can say. All these legend is being overused. But then this is how the promoting thing started. So I've become a promoter basically.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go into too much depth. It's going to be like
no, but you're part of a team that's bringing these big names over.
I think
for
the
audience.
interesting part of this conversation, which I've fast forwarded, was the dun chicka dun 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 and bringing the boot out people. People are going to like that. I don't want to go too much into that because you will shit yourself. If I go into that too much, people who got fear in them, you ain't going to be able to hack it. I got no fear about this stuff.
There was me about to put in the Punjabi Ghostbuster.
I used to believe all sorts of crap before I become a Singh. When I become a Singh, I learned and learned and learned. I went from pillar to post.
Mm-hmm.
I went to dodgy people as well to learn from, people who were coming out with stuff. I was very naive. And people know this. People who know me know this. And we went everywhere when we become a Singh. But you know what? My story's so scattered. I'm telling this in such a scattered way because so much shit's happened to us. I'm jumping from here to there. But I'm going to bring this
3
back.
months,
So I'm going to keep it back to the question you asked. And we become promoters. We did shows, and then we did a couple of shows, and then obviously we did Diljit Bhaji shows, and then 3 months ago, so we're fast forwarding if you're losing this, guys. 3 months ago,
we're still on board.
Let's say not 3 months ago. How many months has it been now? August 2023, we did Kapil Bhaji again, brought him back, full team, everything. I've done the show, put myself through the pressure cooker again. These concerts take it out of you, bro. And I was the main man responsible. I'm basically the head of the whole shows, as in I'm financing them, everything. I've got financiers who do them and I bring them in and this and that, all that sort of stuff. And all the pressure's through me. So if something's not happening, ultimately,
you're the guy.
It's me. Dari, I swear, if you look at my Dari 4 years ago, before COVID, it was black. Now, I don't know if this is a reason, but it's gone white. I think it's a reason because there's a lot of stress. But then basically...
That could be your team as well, you know.
Yeah, could be.
Can I throw a little theory in there?
Go on.
It might be because you're 4 years older. I'm just going to throw that in there. I'm just going to throw that in there. Actually, maybe a biological thing. And it's pretty organic how it's happened. I'm saying
that because
it's happened. Bro, I'm already... Look, Mucha coming with the grace. I'm letting you know it's a bit of a...
Oh, Falani Kali.
What the going on?
But he's 21. Oh, right. Oh, he's 21.
Maybe that's the only thing I'm just saying. It might not be that. It might not be the fact that time's passed and it's gone grey. But it might be the pressure.
It's a good
theory. I'm just going to put the theory there. Nay, man. Just say it's a show's fault.
But what it is, the pressure cooker of these shows, especially like, for some reason, I thought Couples one was an easy gig. Yeah?
Okay.
You know, August, I thought, look, after doing the Diljit Bhajis, I thought this will be an easy one. Yeah? But it wasn't anything but that because there's so many people. You got 40 people coming and he's a massive star. And I just did that concert. After it, I went to Dubai. I thought I need to get away, holiday and stuff. And I'll tell you what, I was blasted. Like, finished. I was like, because I'm doing promoting and I've been doing, the main reason I'm in this is like I said, it's because of music. I'm a musician since a young age. I've been singing for a long, long time behind the scenes, but I had no confidence. So check this one out. It's quite interesting. I get on the flight back and I'm coming back and I'm like, I don't think I can do this shit too long.
You're mentally and physically exhausted.
Fucked, bro. I'll tell you straight. Absolutely. Finished, like, because you have sleepless nights to an extent and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, I was on the plane and I watched a documentary on AP Dillon was on the plane.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I'll watch this. Yeah. Actually, when I was on the plane, it's on my phone. I downloaded it before I went. I thought it's interesting because it's all this sort of similar sort of stuff. Watch this documentary and I'm loving it. I'm thinking, fair play to these guys. And 3-4 years ago, independent label, and they got a track and they got 40,000 hits and they were celebrating it. I was thinking, wait a second, 40,000, we get that on Dharam Seva. We got like millions on some of our tracks. And I carried on watching it. Anyway, next thing I saw Shinda Carlo and AP Dillon on that, how they sit and how they write a song. And funnily enough, after all these years, I've never ever sat with a writer while he's writing a song. I've never actually been there.
It's always just been delivered, or you've
If you
said.
look at my phone, I've got, I reckon, over 1,000 writers' numbers. Punjabi writers, they all used to ring me. You know, before, when I started working with the Deep Body, they all give him a song. So I used to like save their number and pass it on and everything. But I never seen the process of writing a song. So anyway, come back from there and something hit me in the head that this actually looks like you can work and write a song. You can actually make it happen if you try. Right? So we come back and that's 4. I said, look, I need you lot there because I need to work this out. I'm gonna try to write a song about sayings and about what we're about. And one big thing, one message we've got in our spirituality, what we've learned from studying Gurbani over the last 13, 14 years is sayings are all about love. 100%. Would you agree, Jelly?
100%.
Would you agree, Gagan? Yes?
It's our course. Foundation. Foundation is love.
Ek Onkar, Jin Prem Ki Tini Prabha. There's so many shabads. Pakiya, Pao, Paring, Gurbani. Everywhere. Love, 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 love. Wait a second. Now you look at a lot of stuff out there today. Chak Karpar, Barde, sir, yeah. You look at, oh, and Dakita Senge Asi. Don't listen. People who know me, I've got that in me. I've got it in me in abundance. We're always there.
Yeah.
Right? We've been there. Look at this on my face there. Yeah, that's a scar. Yeah, knife scar. Look here, I've got a stab wound here. Right? I
don't like this stuff.
This was last week.
Yeah. I got one.
That's what
I fell off a motorbike. I got here. I fell off my bike.
Listen, my scar is a chicken pox mark. That's it.
TB scar.
But basically, like, so what I'm saying
We
is,
met up then. We met up
and I said, look, we've been in the mad bastard zone, yeah? Just open the podcast, right?
Oh, we're
the
establishing that now.
No,
Yeah.
but you know what?
This is important
Key.
part.
This is key. We are normal, Bundy.
Yeah.
We aren't claiming to be no barbarian, nothing like that.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah,
first
we
become
are.
a Sengya, you know when we first become? Yeah? You put the, I won't call it act. You think this is how you got to be. Then slowly, when you start reading Gurbani, when you start to understand Mantu Jot Swarup hai, Apna Mool Pashan, you start reading Shabad, it's saying, wo tere andar baitha. There's no, externally, it doesn't matter what you do. Wo tere andar hai. And let it manifest. Let that master manifest. And you start shedding all these layers, you realize it's not about being religious. You know, being spiritual is not about being religious. Ek Onkar is basically just oneness. It's just everything is
Universal,
one.
yeah.
You're the same as me. And Teko Dadi Hani makes you no different. Yeah. And we've come from a stage where we were Monne. Some people call it Monne Konne. Have you heard that one?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a bad word. Right? But we fall in both brackets because you could say that to me, maybe
No.
whatever.
No,
Yeah?
but that was our journey.
But again, this is external, right? And we know deep reasons now. We understand why this is. I understand how special this is to me. But it's not because of anything external. It's totally internal.
Yeah.
Just quickly, when you keep your case, it's a character assassination. You assassinate that previous self of yours where you make a decisive moment where you change your life. That's what it is. We recognize it as that.
It comes with responsibility, and
Oh, yeah.
that's something I've probably talked about. I don't really talk about. It's one thing about me is you look at my socials and whatever I do, I don't talk about religion and I don't talk about politics. But I'm very deep into it. I just won't share it.
Yeah.
But the one thing I can share is, people say, probably one day when I feel I can do, like you said, that character assassinate justice. If I can't do it justice, if I internally can't respect what it means, I'm not going to do it. That doesn't make me
Yeah.
and other money. It doesn't
Of course,
make us
'cause you've
bad
got-
people.
No, not
your
at all.
diversion.
And that's the thing. I thought sometimes I've seen so many Amritari things being knobs, and I'm just like, fair that
But
Hey, that's
you
what I'm
know,
talking
to be
about.
really honest with you,
Yeah, please.
I sit with people now. I was a Monday. Yeah, I've been like this about 10 years. I still go football every week. I do this every week. I've got a big friend circle in that sense. A lot of the blokes who talk sense are just who they are.
Yeah.
You see them for what they are.
Yeah.
There's no agenda. They just are who they are. And there's nothing more. And you don't want to tarnish people, you don't want to put people down, anything like that.
No.
But people can feel they get to a certain stature and I've made the game. It isn't that.
No.
It's what, like Kaka said, it's what's inside you. And that's the biggest thing.
And again, it boils down to that passion. Look, you know, you've been around the world with one of the biggest stars. You've brought some of the biggest stars over, but now you're going, I don't want to do that. And that, in a sense, is an easy life to live. In obviously, I'm not taking away from the pressures of the work, but attaching yourself to big names and being part of that team is easy, really. But you're going, nah, I've got something inside me and I want to do something.
No,
and now I'm going to maybe take a little step away from these guys, let them carry on. They're all right. I want to do something myself and, you know, explore a new path.
Don't get me wrong. If you have the choice, I would be in Diljit Bhaji's Tetchi every time. I'll be hiding in a Tetchi. I'd never let go of that guy. But the truth is with him, he's growing so big, so fast. He's way outgrown what someone like me was at that time.
Yeah.
And I see that and I think, you know what, we're behind him as he's a brother to us. He's such a nice person as well, you know? Not just saying this, we can say everyone's a nice person, but he genuinely is a phenomenal person, phenomenal being in that sense. He's a very gentle person. And but the thing is, I mean, there's still that stuff he reaches out to in bits and bobs here and there, but you don't know what's going to happen with that. Wherever there's a purpose, you will do stuff. But what happened after watching that documentary, when I saw that they wrote the songs, then I put these lot together. I said, I'm going to start writing something. Played a beat and sat there, just quite mad. And it just started coming to. I used to write songs back in the day. People who know me from back in the day, I know I used to write some songs, a bit dodgy ones, but
I think we all did.
But I always used to have people say to me, you should write a proper song. And you can only write, one thing I've learned is, I don't know about other writers, I can only write what's in my heart, what's going through my heart right now. So it's just journaling. I'm not even writing a song. I'm just journaling, basically.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Yeah. And so I started journaling. And we are in the spiritual zone a lot of the time. All we think about, for the last 7-8 years, we had a Vichar class, which we teach in Leamington. I shouldn't say teach, which Gurbani, where we studied Gurbani.
Yeah,
and we'd encourage discussion.
Together.
Yeah, we'd encourage discussion. It went on through lockdown and before lockdown, and we used to just get shabads, and I used to research Maskeenji's gathas and type them out in English so I can translate them for people who can't speak Punjabi or understand Punjabi too well. I made these notes of all credit to Maskeenji. And it was phenomenal. It opened Jabbi, Sari Kolta, Andro, like, as in what the meanings are. Very simple. It's nothing like anyone can't do. Anyone can contact us and we'll always help doing that, helping them understand Gurbani using these methods. So it's not our, credibility or anything like that. It's Maskeenji we refer to a lot of the time. But anyway, doing that, spiritually, we learned, like I said to you, that Sikhi is all about love. Yeah? And Maskeenji's mentioned this, verified this. So we're sitting there. Got a big A4 sheet of paper first time, and I was like, look, just start writing down. If it comes to me, I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
So it's kind of forced. The first thing that came to me was I had a word in my head, Singh Pyar de Pujari, just a what do you call it, a phrase, which I really like. Singh Pyar de Pujari, Singh Pyar de Pujari. Next in it, we're sitting there within about an hour. Singh Pyar de Pujari, Koda Rakhde Ferrari, Rakh Mode Te Danali Sadi Shuru Ek Kahani. I was like, bloody hell. That sounded all right.
I'm not joking. I was holding a piece of paper.
I was like,
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And he was just bouncing.
What are you doing? What are you doing over there? I was like, it's not going to come back to me. And I was like, what did I say? What did I say?
Yeah.
Do you write it? And he's like, what? Say it again. It's too fast. I was like, oh my God. And then I lost it because I'm not used to doing this.
Yeah.
All because of that.
It's all new.
All because of that documentary. In September, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Singh Pyar de Pujari, Koda Rakhde Ferrari. It was coming back there. Singh Pyar de Pujari, Koda Rakhde Ferrari, Rakh Mode Te Danali Sadi Shuru Ek Kahani. I was like, right, we got it. Next thing, compositions come to me like that.
Okay.
Instantly.
But you've always had that.
I've always been able to do this, but I never had the confidence. I thought, I'm
not good enough.
I don't know.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not good enough. I'm the shittest composer, shittest writer. Who the hell am I to even attempt this? So I'm happy in the background serving these great artists. I never ever spoke about any of this. Yeah, with Jazzy B, legend at the top of his game. I saw Jazzy did tours with him when he was like You know, like people talk about big artists, even Shindawali, they were so big. Compared to me, I'm so small. I'm nothing.
But
That's how I always see
I
it.
tell you what, I can relate to that. You are somebody who, by chance, by luck, by kismet, or divine intervention, whatever it is, your introduction was with Aman, who was a rising star, and then
Master of his art.
Shinda, who,
Master of his art.
and then Jazzy,
Master of his art.
and then you're just like,
They're all masters.
and you're true, and then you're
master.
like, I'm just happy to be in and around these one day. And look, I was like, so when I joined up Naseed, I was 15 years old, and I was just there for a week just to cover until they found somebody else. It's now 25 years, and they're still, you know what I mean? It's one of those, and I went through that phase of, I can't mess up, and I was full of that because it wasn't my band. I was joining a band which already had hit songs. So at the age of
I can relate to that.
At the age of 16, I'm on a flight to Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and I'm still crapping it. Medical, I can't play the Soul Road piece properly, or I can't play this properly because it's that confidence.
I can really relate to that.
And then it's only when something clicks. Like for me, it was one or two conversations with people that made me go, actually, you know what, I can do this. And again, another intervention in your life was this documentary that made you go, actually, I've got to get it here, boys. Let's get together. Let's do it. And
you know the specialness of it, Dips. You know, when he started, he couldn't stop. Then he'll go into it more. But then he'd be like, we'd be sitting on a group, or you'd be sitting at home on the sofa, and he's messaging me, Jelly, and that saying, another one's come, boys.
It's coming. It's not me writing it. I'll tell you, it's not me writing it. No way.
It's the way it's happening. So he's gone from being
I wrote about 5 songs one day.
That's what I mean.
I recorded all of them. I wrote about 5 songs one day. All of them have made the final cut. You know, so easy. When I see singers and they look for songs and they okay pass or failure, you have to choose your song. The difference with this, I'm calling it journaling, difference. Every single journal which comes out, that's gonna make it to the album. They ain't no scrapping this. I don't care what you think of it, mate. Sitting on the outside and listening on Spotify, I don't give 2 shits. If you listen to say me Bakwa singer, no problems, mate.
Yeah, safe. Yeah.
But we're gonna release this because this means so much to us. And if along the way people like it, that's a massive bonus, but it's not going to change anything at all. Even if we got the worst feedback, because you know these 3 guys love the music. As long as he's not giving the right feedback. But if I pump it in there, you know what? We talked about it the other day. You know, they say you should dream,
Yeah.
I'm starting to dream. I've never done this before. We're going to try it out there. What is it? And he's like, what is it? I'm going, they get these award shows and shit, Imagine we got an award. And he's like, that'll be mad. Then I was thinking, because we're human at the end of the day, we might have all these
the mind still goes.
No ego, all that.
You still step back into PTC Punjabi.
Exactly. PTC shot.
Buddy, you want to know what you want to check where he went.
PTC. PTC top chat Jinder Pai, they're good mates here, but the one I'm going for, which I said to him, which I'm dreamt it now, Nobel Peace Prize, bruv.
Buddy, you know, to give him context, to get Dip's context, sing a couple of lines from
I'll
that
tell you
track.
why. I wrote a song on Israel and Palestine, and it went through a very tough vetting process, as we just mentioned, and it made the cut. It's not that it makes it better.
Okay, hang on, let me just give me 2 secs. So we've got a Singh who plays Dole, into music, big promoter, who has now just started writing, and one of the first things he's written is a song about Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the conflict.
But it's phenomenal.
But how does that even come into?
I know it comes.
And again, I'm asking this from a perspective of you had no confidence, and now you have a geet you've written about one of the most politically, religiously, geopolitics, all this involved event in 23, 24.
Yeah.
How does that go from zero confidence to I'm confident and it's coming out?
I guess now it's not the confidence. What's happened is I feel I've hacked the system that I genuinely did not know I could write songs.
Mhm.
I genuinely did not. So as soon as we established that with the first song, then we waited a few weeks for the music to come back on that one. When we heard it, it was like, again, my 3 fans here. They were like, wow. So I was like, right, you 3 are happy. I actually don't care what anyone says. I weren't happy with a lot of things. I weren't happy with vocals. I got really self-critical. That's the problem you'll find with people like me who've got no confidence. You're very self-critical. And these are like, no, it sounds all right. He was encouraging me to sing higher, higher, higher.
Oh.
Obviously, I used to do
I
vocals.
went into studio with him. I go, flourish, be your
Sad, jazzy, backing vocals.
But the kind of problem, unfortunately, I think this is the problem he's always going to have. Having always been around a certain type of artist, he's always going to compare himself to them rather than just compare yourself to your.
I think that's where we come in.
Which is,
and this is where, you know, when it comes to, you might say the word term management, all that, but that's where that feel was with me and Kaka. And I said, look, we will boost your win, but we've got the intent, it comes down to intention.
Yeah.
And the intention was, we want the best for this guy. And we're going to push him and say, do it. What's the worst that can happen? It don't sound good, we change it.
Yeah. And the thing is, look, if you've been part of teams of the last 10 years, well, now you've got a team. I think, look at the dance there. I have a team behind me who will tell me, yeah, that's good. Nah, do that again. Yeah, do that again.
But the team, we just go to Indian restaurants and have paneer together. Say that as if the paneer team, yeah. Ek khanda rice with paneer. Ek khanda paneer with naan. He has tandoori roti. Maybe 2 tandoori rotiyan. Dahi rahta. We're a paneer team. All we do is go out and
shall I tell you something genuinely funny? I'm in a WhatsApp group. My most active WhatsApp group is called Paneer Friends. Right? Where it's a whole bunch of artists.
Mr. Singh's in Birmingham. We used to go there a lot. But then we thoda their diet and
Well, I'll take you to Chunni's down our end, where Uncle Chunni makes this Shahi Paneer. The guys come from West Brom to Spark Hill just for this paneer.
You know what?
That's where the best
massive part.
It is,
It's a massive part.
It's a huge part for us. It brought us together, food.
We tapped into food as a massive reason, yeah? Because once we spoke to Guru Nanak Dev Ji about this, we went to the Shabad. We talked to the Guru. The Guru is our best friend. The Guru is our guide. The Guru is our life, you know, in everything. Like behind the scenes, turning this conversation to another level. The level I feel we discuss Gurbani at, Guru Nanak Dev Ji sitting with us. Guru Gobind Singh Ji sitting with us. Because we only read their writings. We don't go to a middleman. We don't need to, because like I said, Maskeen Ji was a middleman for us. And he helped us so much. And we've got a system in place which we're trying to share out. And this is what our mission is now. Again, I'm going off on so many tangents, but I'll bring it back around to the Israel. I'll bring it back around to the Israel track. But what it is, there's a Shabad. Nak nat khasam hat kir takka de. Jahan jahan dane tahan tahan khane nanak sache. And it's basically saying, you know, your food. Jahan jahan dane tahan tahan khane. You're going to go, your kirt will give you a takka. Your work will push you, but you're going to go wherever there's food. There's turmeric in this, yeah? Well, dane
Yeah.
Oh, that's in here. So it was written that this is here today. And we've come here and that's the good that you wrote this. It's how mad it is. The Gurbani is such an ocean. Everyone says it's treasure of this and that. But you know where we failed? We failed in the next generation. There's a big problem where they are disconnected massively, right? Before we used to say, Chalo, jo hona mara de hukum na ho jana, Sikhi can never fade out. Not because of people like me or anyone can't save it. It's too strong. Don't need to tomar me. But the thing is, can we risk it? Can we turn around and say, okay, let's not do it? Because actually, on a dada vi rakh liya, pag bhi ban li, wo karna kene 15 saal le, 15 le, 20 le maximum, yeah? 20 I think, 15 na lo.
50 summers.
That's
the reason why we're black.
Yeah.
We're box ready, innit?
We've been doing the classes, we've been doing local, we've been doing Dharam Seva. You know one thing?
So I'm going to put a pin in that before you carry on.
Yeah.
So do you remember we talking about Dharam Seva and, you know, you've been quiet. The quiet has been the release and stuff, but you've still been putting on, you know, how can we call it? Workshop. Local workshop. So you've still been
It's on the ground.
Oh yeah. It's not stopped. It's not stopped one day. It's not stopped one day. There have been releases. They've been hitting millions. Chope Saab, the party ball, Jaslyn Cole, phenomenal singer. All through lockdown. Should I say something mad? ਪੰਪ ਵੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਕਰੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਵੀ ਥੋੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਚ we're the busiest record label in this out of the UK if you look up and call it Punjabi Gurmukhi
Yeah.
I don't know about Punjab I thought
No, seriously, you gotta see. Like
Gagan
today,
is the label manager.
Gagan is the label man
He's the label manager.
Have you got the stats? Are they correct?
we had a phone call today.
he's the
There's a Bollywood singer.
of Dharam Seva
There's a
record
Bollywood singer. She goes, I've got 5 labels in India, and they've sent us straight to you.
Wow.
And you got to think of what labels are in India. You got Speed Records, TC,
And now Power
Shamaru, and she goes, go to Dharam Seva because they will do justice to that project.
no because we're voluntary nobody's ever taken a salary make ko kaam bhi hai I work as well I work in IT I've been there for 25 odd years Jaili ko kaam hai like I told you before we started electrician we always keep electrician with us tar to koi job apa kari di
Yeah.
ਉਹ ਛੱਡੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ because you ਕਿਰਤ ਮਾਰਾ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਕਿਰਤ ਕਰੋ ਕੰਮ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਛੱਡਣਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੰਮ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ we never stop that but the thing is what we're saying was what we were talking about was Israel Palestine was one thing but I was talking about Sikhi about Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So what it is we found a template a method which is for people who speak English predominantly how you can really connect to Gurbani without the need of a middleman and you can actually go into very deep spiritual states not talking like experiencing something mind and you start seeing something none of that rubbish real states of spirituality where you feel at peace within yourself and they're really simple and we started teaching them in I keep saying teaching them not teaching them
No, but I understand why what you do.
I don't like using that
word.
yeah
But you're a vessel.
We all know we got one teacher.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. Our teacher's Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj.
he took it
And
out
what we're effectively doing is the message what we've been taught through the Shabad, that experience we're putting out in
You're the supply teacher.
Yes.
supply
There you go.
we're the Raksha driver
Everything's already been set by the teacher. You're just coming into delivery.
we're just
Delivery.
like Amazon
Delivery.
You are the supply teacher.
Deliveroo we just deliver it
Good
yeah
delivery driver.
so but what it is then that template we tried it on a few people he's a very good example they felt what we were talking about and that basically that was on the back of spending time in the Hang Sengs who we massively respect Akhand Kirtan Jata who we massively respect got massive respect for them Taksali Sengs there's all these different sects people belong to whichever one you fall into which you you end up going there and Taksali Sengs and there's Namtaris their music they got the music there's so many but we went and sat with all of them not just to take bits but we actually got to know them and we respect them and we love them a lot all of them
We have
as
this,
one
I think we have this issue not just in Sikhi, just in life in general, where we like walk it down the window one day, like you know what I mean. We do a lot of that,
yeah
and it takes a hell of a lot to get out of that mind frame. To like I'd say one of my biggest supporters in my broadcasting career has been. A Sikh girl and a Muslim guy, and they've got my back no matter what.
100%.
But I don't see them as that. They're just mates who are there for me and help me and things like that. I think putting yourself. I think you guys are slightly different, but I just think as society, anyone listening to this, I think if there's anything you could take away from this, like just look at people without any preconceptions. That's key. And you will actually learn something that will make you go, oh, I didn't know that actually. Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
That's
you
said something. It's about perception. Now I can come into something with a preconceived. He's like that. He's like that. He's like that. Who are we to judge anyone? Just go in, take every banda, buddy, whoever it is, just take them for what they are, and you can learn something from every person.
Plus, it makes your life easier.
Exactly.
Like if you actually go in there with a blank slate and. Okay, I haven't seen Jelly in a while, and he's still the same. Okay, cool, wicked, that's fine. You know what I mean? Meeting Budgie for the first time properly.
Did you think he lost his eyesight then?
Huh?
Did he lost his eyesight?
I still think he must have been a music video. That's what it is.
He's coming.
He got the wrong memo today. He thought it was a video shoot.
And I think, look, like you were saying, you've gone to see different people within our own community, within our own Dharam, and you've learned as well. And I think
that's what education part was, so for 14 years, we went pillar to post. We learned and experienced of Hajoor Sahib, reh ke aaye kafi time. Darbar Sahib, we stayed there. Anandpur Sahib, took Amrit in Anandpur Sahib and spent time in a lot of places. Met all the rang barange bande, sari duniya, it's amazing people. And they all only bettered us. They all taught us. But then it come to a point where about 5, 6 years
Probably,
ago,
yeah, about 6, 7 years.
where the system clicked that, look, this is how simple Gurbani is. Let's start doing it. Started doing it, and it took us within ourselves quite deep. That system, then we started rolling out on a delivery model where we were going and holding events and stuff. That was happening in the background. Then we also started the Japji Sahib memorization class for kids, which we trialed, and it worked, where they were learning the whole Japji Sahib by memory. And by the age of 8, it works.
Wow.
That's still happening, and we do it in Gurdwara here, and we like reward them with toys and stuff. So anyway, we're doing all that, and we're doing all these shows and all this stuff in the background. The label is releasing. There is a lot of stuff coming out, but it's more low key. We're not promoting it so heavily. It just comes out, and we've got like 120,000 subscribers. It just disperses, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where it was, and then so the label has been running, but then in the background after that. AP Dillon documentary inspired us and stuff like that. What we realize now is that now we're going to give this message out on a big mass level, and we're not going to do it by speaking all the time. In fact, we are going to do it by speaking like we're doing here now, but we're going to put it into the most universal language which there is, which is music, which can touch the most simplest heart. So the simplest, purest hearts out there, they want to learn about Sikhi. We got to root straight into that heart through music. We're going to put it, pen the lyrics, we're going to get the compositions, and we are just going to get them out. And you know what? They are going to pierce through 100%. Because we're not doing it for money. There's no money to make on this sort of stuff. But even if there was, we're not doing it for money. It's a registered charity. Dharam Seva is. It's always been a registered charity. And we got our own jobs and stuff, yeah. But one of the main things is that Israel, now going back to the Israel question is, I just come home as this writing dora was now fully through me, and I was put my phone on, and I saw a clip of Israel and what's happening there. I was like, shit.
I think, yeah, you saw a bit on the Palestinians and the kids and stuff, but the angle Baji come from it was phenomenal.
Yeah, and I saw that, and I just sat there and thought, wow. And it was just something, under all the award, and it's just like, have some compassion. Can't you have some compassion?
And this is both everyone.
Yeah,
it's everyone.
To be honest, I am the Israeli government. So there's a Palestinian kid.
You're better off singing a few lines, buddy.
Yeah, I will. But what it was have some compassion. Firstly, you come to me, and it's like, are you not afraid? Inna we need to see Davde. Rabato. Inna we need Davde. So then that's it. I sat there, and it comments like, Kuch ta tusi daya karo, thoda mere Rab to daro. Kuch ta tusi daya karo, थोड़ा मेरे रब तो डरो ना इंसानों ना ओ लड़ो 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 ना मैं पैलेस्टीनियन बंदा ना मेरा इजरायली तंदा ना मैं पैलेस्टीनियन बंदा ना मेरा इजरायली तंदा मैंने माना गुरु दा बंदा मैंने माना गुरु दा बंदा मेरे हथ कलम दा खंडा मेरे हथ कलम दा खंडा हंकार दिए गर्दन फड़ो हंकार दिए गर्दन फड़ो या सो ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਥੋਂ ਮੇਨ ਚੀਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਅੰਦਰ ਦੀ ਲਾਲਚ ਨਾਲ ਯੜੋ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਲਾਲਚ ਦਾ because basically I want to sing the whole song ਲੀਕ ਨਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਗਾਣਾ ਇਹ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਆ ਭਾਜੀ ਹੈ ਸਟਾਰ ਵੇ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ
Bro, it's not going to appear on MrStuck.com. You're right.
ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਗਾਣਾ ਚੱਕ ਕੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਗਾਣਾ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ
But look, hearing those lyrics, you are just expressing what you've seen on the news. You're just like, why? Like, you know, people who are instigating things. It's true. Aren't you scared? Like, aren't you scared of what you're doing? Aren't you bothered about what you're doing? You know, that could be conflict in Yemen or wherever it is around the world, or even like, you know, geopolitical wars that are happening. Like,
it's all for money, isn't it?
That, and do you know what? That war, whether, yes, it's inspired by, the words are inspired by what you've seen, but we're all fighting battles. Like we're all doing things to each other.
I think, you know, when people listen to this album, they're going to see there's a universal message, but there's something behind every song. There's something that we've done of a jar and we've sat down and talked, and it's because there's a lot. Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of depth. There's different songs, but there's something behind them.
So in a way, yes, the album, what you're doing, it will always have a Sikhi core because this is what Dharam Seva is about.
Yeah.
However, let's say if you're somebody who isn't from Sikhism and you want to strip that element away, you can still hear it and apply.
You've got those songs as well.
You can still apply the message.
That's
socially.
It's universal.
Yeah.
What is we got? Look, we got Anaka. We're proud of Sardari, and we got those songs. Khalsa, they're really strong. 3 or 4 songs which are pure Khalsa based, right? For the identity of Sikhs, 100% there. We got a song for our daughters and for our sons. So brothers and sisters in a family can listen to and be proud of belonging to. I wouldn't say the Sikh religion, but the Sikh way of life, in the sense that we love everybody, Muslim, Hindu, Jew, Christian, whatever it is. That they're all sadhe. We're no separate to them. That's our core message. 100% always going to be the same message because that's what Goodbye's message is, right? So we can't go outside of that. Yeah, all the tracks are basically on that vibe, innit? But they're different. There's like there's one Sadi and Sadi Sardari, which is almost you can do Bhamrah to that track if you want.
Yeah.
If any of you three want to demonstrate right now, you can.
Still throw their hands up in the air.
Why not? Gagan is saying that Saturday.
I heard that. You know,
it's all about balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, when I come into Sikhi, because I'd come from, my family, by my nana who passed away, and I took Sikhi up a few months before he passed away. It was amazing. But bar him, my family are all more near Punjabi.
Yeah.
Love having a good time, dancing, singing, football, cricket, you name it. Yeah. They're your lads. And I remember coming into Sikhi, and there was people put up hurdles. And because I didn't have that sort of guidance from my family, people would come up to me, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. And then if you keep your gears, you can't do that. You can't. And you're in this thing thinking, someone's put all these barriers on me. I've taken the step purely out of love for my guru. There's an amazing message out there, and I've gone for it.
And I guess at the beginning, you're kind of going, I guess I can't.
Yeah.
I suppose I can't.
Exactly.
You're scared.
Yeah.
You've got so much respect. Look, you've done it all. Yeah. When you take that step, especially as Muninder, you've taken out pure love. There's something inside you that's taken you to this amazing, magical place. You can't express it in words. And you've got so much respect for it. Waheguru, force, whatever you want to call that. You've got so much respect. You don't want to go against it. People throw these doubts in you. You're thinking, well, I don't want to do anything wrong. I can't do this. But as we've grown, all those layers come on. I almost didn't want to sit with my mates sometimes thinking, should I really be in that environment? Should I be there? But if my intentions are clean and I'm going to watch a football match, why not? But that was the madness that we got. And that's why, we resonate so much with this album that Kaka's releasing, because it's come from Kaka. He's written it, but we've been part of this journey. This team have got something that I can't express. What we've been through for 10 years since the label. We've grown like this and this and this. This message and this story. It's almost as, in the song, the first one, Badi sang, Singh Pyari Pajari, and the story started. That story has evolved in such a way that you just, wow. But it's an expression from Kaka, but I'd say it's an expression from the whole team. And it will open a lot up about love, but where we are as well.
Love is what it's all about. It's all about love.
You know what? I've definitely loved catching up with you guys, man. I think it's nice, it's inspiring, it's good to connect/reconnect. Even though we are following each other's story, just social media allows us to do that. So I know what you've been doing and how successful you've been at it, but it's also nice to know that you can have the business class flights around the world, big tours and all that other, but you still happen to be a Leamington lad who's just, let's just do something. And I like that. And you can, that connection is still there for you to now go, right, I want to try this now. And I'm taking my boys with me. I'm taking my team with me. What should we do? And I think I think that's great. And I, wish you guys all the best. I think it's going to be interesting. What else can we look forward to? Obviously, the main concern is, your new project, which is great. Is there other things that, in the short term, Dharam Seva is looking to do and would like to do?
I think Gagan can give a bit, and I'm sure Kaka will give a bit as well. So
We've been quiet for a long time, with a lot of projects coming in between it. From young, I've been lucky to be in the label, and Kaka you probably vouch for it. From going for social media, when Instagram was new then, wasn't it? It wasn't really popping, picking up on those little things. All the artists used to message him for little Instagram reels and stuff like that. So it's grown from wherever it has. But he obviously going onto the bigger platform now, and making exactly what he said, such a hard hitting album in different angles, whether that's from like the B-Dash side to the spy side to the love side. The whole journey from the start to where it is now, musically, as everyone's conversation went on, it's changed. We've done a lot of them. There's still Gurbani coming out, so it'll be a mix of stuff, but I think it'll be something for everyone, just as hopefully we have been doing up until now for the Sangat and everyone else listening. The projects will keep coming.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I think what it is, you see, now what this becomes about, it's not about the music's there. We enjoy the music. It's amazing being able to do what we're doing now: writing, composing, singing, literally doing that. I've even rapped on bloody one song. I've rapped a song as well.
Oh yeah, I've done that as well.
Yeah.
Our synergy's very, very.
I went to thinking I've never done a rap yet, but I wrote the rap. I actually wrote it for someone else to sing. And then I did it, and he was like, "Wow, do that." I'm not going to big myself
up. Shall I tell you what happened? He sang this song, yeah? So it's about Sardars, and it's about male and female. The concept in it is just, what was the female line in it? Just the line.
Yeah. So I wrote the song. The song is "Main munda sardara da sari duniya mera parwar. Main munda sardara da sari duniya mera parwar. Na koi ucha, na koi neema. Na koi ucha, na koi neema, bas mitti hai sansar."
And then what was the female bit?
What that was, the song, "I'm a son of a Sardar." I thought, "Main munda," and your son can listen to this and play it and say, "Main munda Sardar, sari duniya." Look, the message is, "Sari duniya mera parwar." Again, Hindu, Sikh, Muslim, jinne bhi hai, yeah? So we're etching that into our children, that look, it's not, if you're a Singh, it's just Singhs, and we're on one side, and the Muslims are here. Nah, mate. But Madonna was Guru Nanak Dev Ji's main best friend. He's like more than family to them, yeah? What does that tell you? What's that example tell you? Peer Baba Buddha Shahya Itihas Padho, right? Sai Mia Mir Ji. When you start going into this, you start realizing, what the hell? Who divided us from these people, yeah? So that's what that bit's in there. But then I was sitting there, I was thinking, you know what? I can't leave the daughters out. Can't leave the girls out. What about them? They should feel proud. So, 80 line argument when I was sitting there, and I quickly penned it down. That was Mehat. It's going to be a female vocalist who does this bit. So it's Mehati Sardara di meri chunni ch mera iman. Mehati Sardara di meri chunni ch mera iman. Jis kaum vich janmi ha main, jis kaum vich janmi ha, Sikh kaum ch meri jaan. Mehati Sardara di o meri chunni ch mera iman. You see on Instagram today, everyone's seen what the girls are, where they're heading towards. The less clothes you flaunt, that's what the pattern is, and it's going opposite to what was always. We want
to bring that proudness.
So we want our daughters to not fall to those sort of traps and understand the self-respect that they were taught, and then just go on with Janmi Hame, what you're born into, because a lot of girls are born into Sikh families. And they're not getting any guidance. They're not getting any support for whatever reason. It's not good or bad. We're not judging it in that sense. But then it's the fact they're not getting support to connect them to, because the system's flawed. All this Gurdwara system now, it's in the future, there's going to be a lot of damage. In the coming years, there's going to be a lot of damage from the system because they've disconnected too many people, especially the next generation. So, Jis kaum vich janmi ha, Sikh kaum vich meri jaan. We're re-emphasizing for that young lady, that young girl, that the religion you're born in, it is teri jaan hai. You should have that much emotion, that much feeling for this religion, because that's what it is. You're not what's the word? We're not disconnecting you. You're not, just because you might cut your hair.
You want to be a cat. You want to be the catalyst.
You know what it is?
What's the catalyst?
Catalyst.
You wanna be-
That's the word. You know, to say,
them
look,
in.
you know, you might be here, you might be confused, you might think that's the way. That's the look again. Does it can't be not copy or fine?
Yeah.
But still learn about who
Yeah,
you
You
are,
know
where
what it
you're
is? And
from.
you know
picture-
the biggest
you
thing
know
when
what mean?
when Kaka said about the song, when he said it to me, I said, how many songs are there? We've heard Bud to this,
Yeah.
Munda this. They're all about the lads. And I said, our sisters should be able to put something, feel proud of who they are, but identify for who they are. And I listened to the song, he did a rap on it, and he goes, I'm not sure. And I said, buddy, you don't understand what this could do. We have a laugh and we got music on loud and we're saying, Bud to this and wear this and why shouldn't our sisters do that? We're all the same. We should have it that our sisters should be proud of who they are, but also have a pullback to who they are. I look at the younger generation, nieces and this and that. They have to have a line in, whether it's through music or whatever. They should be proud that they can play that song and they can sit there and say, look, I'm like this as well. My brother's sitting there, but I'm this as well. And when he sang it, I listened to the rap and he goes, what do you think of the rap? And I said, it flows. You've got rhythm, it flows. Do it. Don't hold back because the message
मैं भी डाल
is
दिया उसमें रैप बजा फिर पहले तो लिखा गाना भी लिख लिया मैं गा भी compose भी करता मैं रैप भी करता I was like I'm not taking it too far now. This is like
Listen, right? I'll be honest, very honest with you. You don't have to be Eminem. It's okay.
नहीं
got
नहीं वो level पे करना है honestly the way confidence आ गई look at Jelly, he came as a rapper today, he's like rapping.
But he was saying, I can't do that. I'm already writing. I'm already singing. I can't rap. I said, why? Why put barriers in anything? You've got a message. You've got a concept that's going to hit.
Yeah.
As long as we're doing it for the right
No,
people,
what
we're
it
trying to
was,
push
what it
to
was, I thought I can get another rapper on this. I've spoken to Fateh, Janina, I've spoken to,
Yeah.
there was loads of them. I'm talking to loads of them, thinking, Tusi Kaleo. But then, you're only talking to other people, it's an effort. It's hard to, and we're moving so
They
fast.
can't
3
see.
months we've done an album, and we're moving so fast, and it's like, you might as well just do it. It's going to take ages. I'll chuck it off here, and that's it.
Yes. Listen, look, one thing I've tried to preach to all artists, whether I know them or not, whether I interview them or not, whether I'm, social with them or not, we've forgotten how to have fun making music.
Yes.
We've forgotten the fun element of making content.
Big time, big time.
And for the last, I would say, 15 years, it's been about, I need to be a hit.
Oh,
I need
forget
to
that.
make
Yeah.
it.
No, but you're right. You are so right.
And I've seen this develop, whereas,
That kills you.
in the, you don't do a history lesson on this, but if you're in the Bhangra world in the 80s, all them artists were having fun.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't care.
You
All
watch
that
when you watch
That
their
is so true.
videos,
That
you
is
just
a good
see them
thing.
with the art and the love.
The 90s, they were all having fun. As time has gone on, everyone's like, that kind of mentality has really clicked in.
Properly.
So now, if you can go back to having fun, making music that expresses you
Has to be
with
fun.
your mates,
Yeah.
brilliant. But then you've added another word in, which I think I'm going to start doing now, is as long as you're making music for fun and for love,
Yes.
that's all you need. That's
Yeah.
genuinely all you need. And hopefully that inspires other people to get out of that funk of, I need to make a hit.
Yes.
But the big fuel in this one that we're doing now, which is why this ain't going to be the last anyone hears of us till we're dead. But the big fuel behind this is, we heard the word Parcharak. We hear the word Parcharak, and you hear about a Gyani or a Granthi going on a stage and they do Parchar in a Gurdwara. Basically, this is going to have the main fuel behind all this is a massive, massive source of Parchar in every single song. And that's not like, we're not talking that we're ever going to do a song which has no Parchar in it. It's 100% got a very, very deep meaning. And after the song's done, to be honest, the song's just a byproduct. We need to have these discussions and podcasts. We've already discussed we're going to start doing regular podcasts. We never ever used to go live on Instagram and all that because we were in the background.
Yeah.
No confidence again. Yeah. Now it's like, right, we got a mission. So we have to do this. So we got a sense of duty. We have to do this. We've got that from like we've
That's
been
good.
just like Dharam Seva, you said it grew the juggernaut. The juggernaut now is this message has to go out,
And
like you said.
The content, when you said where's Dharam Seva going now, there are no boundaries to this label. Now, whether it's going to be music, the label, the album, podcast, one-on-one speeches. Like, you know, another tangent will go off. People don't know we've done bereavement chats. We worked with a funeral home that said there's people that just need to talk to someone. We ain't qualified, but we're there as brothers to people that they need to express themselves. Talk, just let people talk. We want to be in that generation that, you know, back in the day, this meant something. That when they looked at this, it was safety net. Someone's here to help. We're doing that now. Someone needs to chat, come to us.
I think, again, with social media, and it's not just for Sikhs, I think it's for every religion. There are people out there who are actively muddying the waters and saying, them people are bad. Them people who look like that, they're bad.
Yeah.
And that has polluted society's mind. So then there's two ways you can either do it. You can either go, well, I'm not, but I'm not going to say anything. Or I'm not, and I'm going to do something to not, you know, change someone's evil intentions, but I'm just going to make sure that I can try and clear the waters over here, which hopefully those waters will spread down there. But if you're just going to chop those waters are just going to get a lot more muddier. So what you guys are doing and want to do, I think it's amazing. And, you know, again, I like what you want to do. And I hope that translates to other parts of society as well. And I think, you know, if you are in a position with all the knowledge that you've gathered over the years, whether it's through the events, you know, seeing different people within Arcom, bringing all that together into putting into a project, into a vision, which, yes, at core is Sikhi, but has a social message, you know, I think, and to have the confidence to put it out, I think that's great. And really looking forward to the album dropping, and hopefully that helps your team as well.
And we are very lucky to have Dips with us, I think.
Yeah. Finally, I know we're coming towards the end. This, for someone like yourself to come and embrace what we're doing.
The truth is, we're newcomers.
We are. All right, we've all got history. Gaga, you know, Jelly, we talked about it earlier in the show. They don't. But for someone to have the respect and say, you know what, I'm going to come on board, I'll have a chat, I'm going to be open and do it. There's massive respect and thank you.
I know we are newcomers, 100%. Delete all the stuff we just talked about, the previous thing where we built up these characters.
It's on record.
Bundes, Holiday, all this, The truth is, look, forget everything we've ever done. Any artist we ever worked with, because we're now, as newcomers, entering. And you know, the good thing about this is, it's amazing being a newcomer because you've got like nothing to worry about in that sense. When you're a newcomer, you take it, and you have to be like that. And there's going to be, even if people laugh at us, one thing, tomato na Mario Street. Anyone tries that shit with us. Tomato na Mario, just seen that in films. That's not, we ain't going to take no shit off no one. They start having tomatoes and shit. But I tell you what, we're newcomers. And you know, as newcomers, this is something we've realised. No one wants to touch you. Even now, even when we mention all these names, Banda Sadira Betaj. It's true, we ask a few people, you know, they flipping out your religious guys. Or they don't know that we're not like, you know, we're not like extreme religious, you know, views in any
balance.
Another thing, just quickly want to mention, we're not political in any way as well. Because there's a lot of political police out there and they put these things on us. Because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And shoot me for that if you want, but that's
no. Again, that's what I mean. We live in such a day and age now where everyone's, you know, thrown into one basket, and again, it's certainly not the case.
We got a lot of respect for all the causes out there, massive respect, because every cause has a massive, valid backstory. So we're aware of that, and we're 100% behind all of that. As in, we support that wherever there's ever been an injustice, we support that. But what it is, when it comes to music, we're not doing it just for that reason. We are going to talk on political points, like we did in the Israeli song and stuff like that. But main sada kaam hega ek onkar to pehla shuru karna. That's the most important thing. And we got so much to go through, 1,430 hours, where we're going to be going through to find content.
Cool stuff. Good stuff. Nice, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
No, anytime,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Anytime. Wish you all guys all the best. And it's looking like an interesting start to 2024. got a new superstar ready, innit?
That's it.
Get the billboard ready. Singer, writer, rapper, सारा कुछ
भाई आई फोटो नहीं आई मैं थोड़ा बिजी हूं बाद में
दलजीत कर भी गिने दिया मेरे लिए कोई गाना लिख दे यार कम on
जेली ला खींच ला इसको मत स्टार होता है तू ट्रेन का आगे बैठा है
honestly genuinely wishing you guys all the best and looking forward to the project and everything that's coming up.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Tips.